Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're going to create this Valentine's Day look because today is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. Hope you're having a really good one. And if you're not with anybody, love yourself. I'm with someone, but I'm going to love myself today. So that's why I decided to create this look. And the palette that I used was one of my favorites. It is the Tartelette Tarte by Tarte, the Juicy palette. The Tartelette Juicy. And it's the bigger one. Now, they don't sell this particular one anymore, but they do have a smaller one. I don't know if it's the same shades or not because I never purchased that one because I have this beauty. But there's a lot of dupes to it because tomorrow I'm going to do another video kind of like this look using a different palette. But I do have to still get dressed because we're going out and all that good stuff. But I just love this palette. And this palette makes me feel the best, you know what I mean? So that's why I pulled it out. And then I also pulled out by Tarte this little guy. I don't remember if this came as the Cheeky Clay Matte. I don't know if it's still available. I don't know if this came, I don't think it came out with this particular palette. I think it came out with a different one. But this bronzer just matches me. The highlighter, the blush, all of it looks really good on my skin tone. Not everybody's, but on mine. And I enjoy it. The Tarte Amazonian Clay stuff is just, I really like it. Like, there's not much from Tarte I don't like. But, well, I take that back. Their beginning eyeshadow palettes, they're not my favorite. They're really not. But, anywho, that's beside the point. So the first shade we're going to start with is I forget what I started with. Oh, I started with Rose. Yeah. Which is this shade right here. Did I? I think I did. We'll find out, won't we? But anyway, so this palette's just really easy to use, to be honest. And that's why I adore it so much. But the color stories, you know, mine. And to me, it reminds me kind of Valentine's Day. I mean, you kind of got the pinky tone to it. There's no like reds or anything, and most of it's kind of neutral, to be honest. The bottom two rows are like neutral. You got a cool tone, a warm tone, and then the top two rows are more leaning like pinky. But that's why I like this palette so much, just because it is laid out like that, so you can get different looks. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just really like this palette. I don't know if you all got it or not. And I do want to get the smaller one just because I think the formula changed in this because these shadows are different, especially the metallic ones are different than what is in the original Tartes. Now, the reason I don't care for the original Tarte palettes is because the metallic shades just don't give me anything, to be honest. And I'm not saying they have to give me a lot, you know? Like, this shadow is beautiful. Like, it's just right to me, you know what I mean? It's not a Pat McGrath. It's not a Natasha Denona, but it's just enough, you know what I mean? And that's why I particularly like it. But at the same time, I do know some people may want less than that even, in which case then I do think the original Tarte palettes do make sense. But if you're looking for more than even what this gives, then you're looking towards like the Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona or even an indie brand for sure. But you know, I get in the mood for different things. But I do find I go into this palette pretty often. Not, well, I don't want to say pretty often because I have so much more than I need, you know what I mean? But out of the mainstream, like in this price point, I do go into this one more than any Too Faced palette, more than any Urban Decay or MAC, you know, type thing. I go into this palette. Now, also, I will say that the newer palettes from Tarte are amazing too. That box of chocolate palette, or the whatever that one was, the one that looks like a chocolate, like a box of chocolate, that palette by Tarte, it's just beautiful. Now, it's not quite my color story, but it's still beautiful nonetheless. But like I said, this is probably my favorite out of the Tartelette line anyway. Like even the Man-Eater palette, like that's not my color story, but it's still a pretty color story. It's definitely more of a fall palette in my eyes, but their Christmas, oh, their Christmas palettes are beautiful too, though. I forgot about them for a second. Which they're sitting beside me. I think they still are. Yeah. So that says something there too, that they're still sitting beside me. So, but yeah, I've really been enjoying Tarte, and I've really been enjoying it since probably the Tartelette Juicy palette, to be honest. That's kind of when I just absolutely fell in love again with Tarte. But everybody is looking for different things, but I still think that this creates a very soft, romantic type of Valentine's Day look, to be honest. And then, like I said, there are cheaper versions, though. It's not the same, but they're still good. Kind of this palette. So, I'm going to do a video with one of them. And then, I don't know if you all remember or not, but Urban Decay came out with an Aphrodite palette, or an Aphrodite palette, I forget what it is. And I was actually going to film with it today, but I decided to go with this one because it is actually Valentine's Day, and, you know, I'm going out and stuff, so I still have to get dressed, do my hair, all that good stuff, but I am excited. We're not doing much today. We're actually going, I think, out this weekend to do something. Because, I don't know about you all, but the actual Valentine's Day, it's always busy. Always busy. And I'm not a person that likes to be in a crowd of people. It's just not my thing. Less people better for me. Hey, I don't like things to be crowded because, like, I don't want to feel like claustrophobic. That's the word I'm looking for. Claustrophobic. When there's like a sea of people. Look how easy these blend. And like the way they all blend together. I've really been enjoying this little brush. It's so cute. It came out of the Sigma set, I think for Christmas. But this is one of my favorite brushes from Sigma, to be honest, too. I like little teeny brushes, though, a lot. Because I have hooded eyes. And they're, I guess, what are they called? They're downturned, hooded. They're, like, inset, like, my eyes are in. Obviously they're in. I didn't take them out or anything, but you know what I mean. I don't know what it's called, but my eyes are just a pain in my butt, to be honest. And it kills me because, like, I love eyeshadow. And yet, my eyes just don't want it for me. They're like, no, I don't think we're going to work with you. But I like blush too. I've really been into blush and highlighter. Both of them too. I've kind of been like, I kind of like that. Okay, we're going to go into, oh, that shade was Petal too that I just went into. Sorry, I was talking and I didn't tell you. But now we're going to go into that same shade, Petal. And I'm going to put it on the lower lash line. I'm using a magnifying mirror on this because, you know, I really do want to look nice today. Feel nice. Comfortable, you know. I don't know, I just really like this pot, I really do. For the waterline, I'm also using the Tarte Fake Awake eyeliner. I mean, I always like doing my makeup, but I'm really up close and personal today, though. Alright, now we're going to go into... We're going to go into the shade Luscious, which is this one. Oops. So I started with this shade right here, Rose, and then I went into Petal, and now I'm going into Luscious. And I dropped a pen, one of my eyebrow brush, or my brushes, and I don't know where it went. Oh, there he is. I was getting ready to say, there she is. Yes, my brushes are she's. Don't ask. I'm losing my mind, y'all. That's what I'm doing. I'm losing my mind. Alright, so we're going to build this shade up on this outer portion here of my eye. And bringing it in. We're just going to build it up. It's just like a brown, like a reddish brown maybe. Pinky brown. But brown nonetheless. And we're just going to build it up to the right darkness. I actually find that having a magnifying mirror is kind of smart. I can see why people use it, although I also find it weird to look into it and do my makeup, like, completely into it, you know what I mean? Like, the first started out, sure, but after that, like, I just want a normal mirror, you know, that I can look into. And do my makeup. Like, I don't want to have to sit there and look into a magnifying mirror. Because A, it's going to give me a headache in the bigger scheme of things. And B, I have to go slower because, like, I can't really see in it as well. And even though I wanted to look it up close and personal, I also wanted to look good far away too, you know. But I feel like with this palette, no matter what color you go with, you're gonna really like the look, to be honest with you. But that's just my opinion, of course. And you may have to actually build the shades up, depending on the depth you want to get out of it, just so you know. But I don't have any problems with them lasting either. That's the other reason with this palette I like it. I know that this formula lasts on my eyes and wears well. Okay, now we're going to go back in with Petal. Because we don't want to lose any of the colors that we used, you know? hard to get there. Or at least I feel like I worked hard to get to where I'm at. So like, I don't want to be losing any of the colors. I want them to look nice going into each other, but what is that? I don't know. Alright, so then let's go ahead, we're going to go into the shade Paradise, which is this icy pinky shade right here. We're going to go into that with this brush. I don't think I'm liking this brush, and here's why. It's a flat brush. It's a Morphe M124. Now, I like it for my shimmers, but the brush itself picks the shadows up, but it really does give me fallout a lot of the time. And this same shade I could pick up with a different brush, like the Refer brush that's a flat that I like, and I wouldn't have fallout at all. Now, could it be me? Sure. Did I pile too much on? Maybe. I mean, that's all a possibility, don't get me wrong. But when I can do the same thing using a different brush, it's like, well, whether it's me or not, if another brush works better, it works better, you know? But I will say, if you use this brush, it does work. But I would definitely pick up the product, pat it on your eye, and then try to manipulate it and moving it. At the same time, you can always use your finger or setting spray, you know, something, water, spray the powder, or spray the brush, I mean. And A, you'll get a better effect of it, but B, you won't get fallout. But that color is just beautiful. Look at that. Ah, it's gorgeous. Okay, so now we're just going to build it up. So we can really see that shine. And I did use a black mascara today, but I was tempted, to be honest, to use the brown, because I think a brown would be very pretty also. So pretty, so pretty. Okay, then we're going to pick up the shade Water Lily, which is this first shade right here. And I'm just going to put that in the inner corner of my eyelid to brighten it up. Like that, like so. Just this palette. This palette really couldn't do anything wrong for me not to like it, to be honest with you. I'm not even going to pretend. And then we're going to go right back in here and blend a little bit. And again, it is a lot of blending, but not really. Because Tarte shadows kind of just blend on their own, to be honest with you. You're not gonna, I mean, you could spend a lot of time if you wanted to, but you don't have to. It is so pretty. So pretty. Okay. Then into the first shade again, Rose. Just like I said, I don't want to lose any of the shadows, because I think each shadow brings something to the overall look, to be honest. Again, my opinion, just my opinion to it. But I would say if you're trying to really recreate a Valentine's look, but not have it like actually like a Valentine's Day color, this might be your palette. Now we're going to go into Euphoric, which is this last shade right here. It's a dark brown, and we're just going to line. And this palette does go from pretty light to pretty dark. And that's including mattes and metallics. Like, there's some dark metallics in here too. Just as much as there's really light ones. So I do think that this could work for a wide range of skin tones. I'm really not sure on how deep the palette would work. Like how, but, because obviously I'm pretty fair. I mean, I'm not like fair, but I'm light. But from the colors that I played with and the darkness that it does give, it would, you know, it's not going to work for every skin tone by no means. I don't think. But I could be wrong. Because I wouldn't really know, to be honest. Say I love this mirror when it comes to lining my like above my lash line, because man, I can see everything. And then I'm going to do the same for the lower lash line. And I'm really blending it out though. That's why I said this brown kind of made me want to use the brown mascara, because I feel like they're almost identical colors. But I went with black to give it a little more oomph. And again, if you used a... Oh, let me go back into Petal real quick to blend this out. If you used a falsie, it'd make the look even better. And I did think about bringing one out, and I didn't, because I feel like I'd mess this look up once I did it. And I just don't want to do that. I was going to show y'all, though, how bad I am with false lashes. That was my plan. That was my Valentine's Day gift to you. Showing you how bad I am with falsies. Because, trust me, I am horrible. And no matter how hard I try, I just can't get it, y'all. I really can't. I know people's like, oh, if you practice, you'll get it. There's just some people that just can't. And I'm one of them. And I've accepted it. Now, what do I do with all the lashes I have? I couldn't tell you. Keep practicing, I guess. I don't know. But I will say that I have quite a few. That I don't know exactly what I'm doing with. Alright, let's curl the lashes. I'm going to use my rougher eyelash curler here. Oh, wait. No, I'm not either. I gotta fix this. See, that's the problem. Like, up close, it looks right. And then far away, it don't. And I'm like, what did I do? Let's make sure that's right. That looks even. Does that? Okay. I don't know. We'll go with it. Alright, let's curl the lashes again. Rougher eyelash curler. We got them. We're squeezing. We're squeezing. And like I said, I was going to use the Too Faced chocolate. Better Than Sex chocolate. One mascara, because, you know, brown. Obsessed right now with brown. But I decided to go black. And I'm going to use the Tarte Surfer Curl. that. And then it's just a little mini of it. I do like this mascara though. Ooh, it's wet. Okay. Forgot. I tried to take some off. I figured it would make it a little better maybe, but no. I'm scared when it comes to wet stuff that I'm going to make a mistake big time. Like there and there. It's much easier to make the mistake when it's wet, that's for sure. But it does make my lashes look nice, I will say that. I do have to comb it out. But that's life for you. But all in all, it works well, and that's all that really matters, is how well it can make your lashes look. Especially when you can't, when you're not putting on falsies, it really does matter. Mascara, it matters. At least I think so. Because it can make or break the look. If the mascara is not giving you nothing, and you've got a really, really pretty eye look, like, that sucks. But if the mascara works, then it makes the look just all come together. And I will brush these out with a comb because they're kind of sticking together. And usually this is my good lash, but it's not cooperating today for some reason. But we can make it work. We can make it work. Alright, so for bottom lashes, of course, the Lancome Def and Seals. And then we will clean up the mess I've created. Once I get this mascara on my lashes. So funny how something can look so good up close and then you get back and you're like, whoa, I don't see nothing, or it just doesn't look right. I find that fascinating, just how the eye can almost trick you in a sense, you know what I mean? It's so weird. Alright, so as you can see, I have messed up in a couple spots right here. So I'm just taking this eyebrow brush. It's an Eco Tools. There's no number or anything, but I know it's Eco Tools. And we're just going to brush it away. Hopefully. 9 out of 10 times, if you just let the mascara dry, you'll be able to brush it away. Of course, there are those times that the mascara won't let you do that, but it's far in between, you know what I mean? But I have had mascaras do that. And then I messed up a little bit right here. And I'm just like pushing it out of the way. separate the lashes here on the bottom. Like that. Okay. I need this. Alright, and then for the top lashes though, I'm going to use I don't know what I'm going to use. Let me put that back. Oh, I'm going to use this. I have several of them. It's the Real Technique Lash Separator. And I'm just going to sort of like push them up, number one. Because I don't know what's going on with this formula. Because I don't remember it being this wet before. But it still made my lashes look nice. But I just go in and kind of like separate them. You know what though? It does take me a while. I don't know if this is something you're really going to want to see this thing do or not. So maybe what I'll do is a couple, just so you can see that this thing really gets in there and separates them. And then I'll just do the rest later. Or like after I'm done filming, because I don't want to waste your all's time, you know. I just want you to see this palette. And again, they don't make that particular one, but they still have a juicy palette. And I feel like looking at it, it almost looks the same. Now whether the colors are slightly off or if they are in fact part of these colors, it very well could be. Because I also have the Juicy Mini. But you can see that this is just going right through them. It picks them up and goes right through them and takes off any clumps. Once it does that, now I do have a little bit of mascara that fell, which I don't really care about because I don't know if you can see it right through here. There's a little bit of black dots and stuff. It doesn't really bother me because I just take this and this brush and this brush. Well, I have so many brushes, right? We know this. These, well, and this one here even. These three brushes by Real Technique, and even sometimes I'll use this one by Real Technique, but these three mainly are like my favorite brushes. This one is so good for this. Okay, and I believe it is called the setting. Yeah, the setting brush. And like just small spots, it's like shaped perfectly. Okay? Perfectly. Fits perfectly, okay? This is I don't know what this is. I believe they're both called the setting brush, but they're completely different. Like, or this one's just frayed out a lot because I've had it for so long. But you can tell the difference. Like, this one is more flat and that one is more round, right? And I don't see a number. That's the problem. There's no numbers. But these are old. Okay, these are old. But this one I love for highlighter. It's like perfect. And I was watching Emily Noel. That's where I got this one from for this. I've always used this for this. I used to use a fan. Oh, my nose is itching. I used to use a fan for highlight. Used to use this one right here by Smashbox for like highlighter until I was watching Emily Noel do with the setting brush or whatever this is called, and I was like, I have that brush, and I went and found it and I tried it and I was like, yes please, game changer. So she's extra smart for that one. But anyway, those are the ones from Real Technique. I would highly recommend. Alright, so this is the final look using the Juicy palette for Valentine's Day. I think it looks so pretty. And I just feel pretty. you know. Um, for lips, I'm wearing the Beauty lip liner, lipstick, and lip gloss by Lisa Eldridge. I think it fits. And then the blush I've already showed you. I already showed you the rest of it. So, oh, my foundation is my all-time favorite. Well, one of my all-time favorites. It's the Dior, and I'm wearing it in 2N today. So this is a fade. And then for setting powder under the eyes, I'm wearing... Oh, never mind. I'm not going to tell you. Actually, I will. It's the Jeffree Star setting powder in translucent. Hey, I bought it. I have to use it. And then for the rest of the face, I am using my Too Faced. I use the Too Faced Prime Poreless Skin Smoothing Pressed Powder, which is also the old school one. So just using up these products, y'all. And you know, with this one here, I've almost hit pan. Like, it is dipped. I don't know if you can see that or not, but like, I'm almost there. So I am so excited for that one. And I think that's it. Yes, that is it. Oh, what else? I did use this up too. I had the mini, which I've already used up one Charlotte Tilbury like this, where it's got the contour and the highlighter. I've used up all the contour, and I only have this DVD highlighter. But I'm keeping this because in this lovely palette here, I have the sculpting powder in it, along with the blush, but no highlight. So I'm using this with this at this point. And then I haven't really played with the eyeshadows. I've used these two though quite a bit, which again you can sort of see a dip in both of them. But as far as the shadows, I've never really played with them. I probably should and need to. I mean, they are beautiful shadows. Ooh. Very pretty. So maybe I do need to give this a whirl. A couple of them are beautiful. The citrine, I'm really liking it. Even topaz isn't bad now. Ruby, I don't really look like a ruby. Emerald, yeah. Mahogany, that's a matte, isn't it? No, it's not. What is that? I don't know, but those four are pretty. Maybe I do need to play with this palette. Anyway, I'm going to let you go because I'm just rambling and it's, whoa, I need to, if I edit it, it would be great. But anyway, alright, that is all I have for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all, so you're notified when I upload. I'm trying to find a rag. I upload every day but Sunday. I hope you all have a safe Valentine's Day. I hope that no matter what, give yourself a hug. You deserve it, for sure. It's been a long year from last Valentine's Day. I will say that much. So I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.